This is your newest book, Atomic Faith. We'll get into that. Forged through the fire, literally speaking, Atomic Faith. We'll get to that in a moment because you're going to want to read this. It's one of my favorite books. Another one of my favorite books about your experience in heaven and what your takeaways from heaven was Visiting Heaven. That I love that book. And in Visiting Heaven, you talk about a city of gold.
Right,
People oftentimes wonder, well, what is,
right.
what's that going to be like? The throne room and the city? Jesus said he went to prepare a place for us. Tell us about that, what you
Yeah.
saw.
So now, going into the city of gold, yes, I saw from a distance, traveling from the hospital, moving toward the city of heaven. Um, and I don't know about you, Randy, I really don't, but I hadn't really learned much about heaven as a child. You'd think I would have, but I didn't. It just wasn't on the radar. And if somebody did talk about it, I didn't tune into it because as if it wasn't real, not a real place. But I felt like I was definitely at a real place. And now I'm alive and well. Heaven is a real place. It's a real place with substance. And I think we could even find it with a telescope if we knew exactly what to look for. It's that real, in my opinion. But we came into this gigantic uh, ball of light from a distance. I don't know how far away, thousands of miles away, maybe more. And the light got brighter and brighter, and we got closer and closer, and got to realize that at the center was this big city, the city of God, the city of gold, I call it. And there was a brilliant light, and it came out and changed colors into yellow and then a gold and then a rich gold, and oh my gosh. And it was obvious that the light was coming from the being of Jesus, of God. It was in the light. I learned later the Bible says in heaven there's no need for light because the lamb is the light. Oh my gosh. Anyway, um, God's ways are not man's ways at all. And when I got up there and I started interacting with the life of heaven, three things came out of that. In that light was more than light, there was love inside of it, and there was life, Life. There was life in the light and love in the light. And when it permeated me, and I think this is the way it is with everyone, I have no reason to think it would be different, but it infused me with energy and infused me with love. And it was the light from the Lamb. And when I woke up from the coma, it's no wonder that I felt so much love. Uh, I couldn't stop talking about it. I couldn't stop trying to reach out and touch people and love them. And I was looking out. I finally got rolled over to a window, and I was looking out the window, and I just wept for the people in the cars because most of them didn't know Jesus. They might have heard his name, but most of them didn't know Jesus. And without knowing Jesus, you can't know God, according to the Bible. And I believed it. After I returned, everything was all connected. Truth and faith and life and light and love. It's all and justice and holiness. These are some of the attributes of heaven, and they just completely overhauled my life. Coming back, the most important thing that I could come back with was the currency of heaven. You know, here on earth, we breathe air. It's pretty hard to go very long without breathing air. But coming back to earth, the currency of heaven is obviously It's faith. Love is, the Bible says that love is the greatest. There's faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And I completely agree with that. And that was the overwhelming power of coming back to life and having the joy because of the love. But that doesn't mean that faith isn't important, because faith was so important. Jesus said that have faith in God. If you have faith in God, and he said that so emphatically, and he displayed that I realized that faith is the most important power after love. We want to have love for sure, but if you want to get your prayers answered, oh my gosh, Jesus did not say, "Woman, be of good cheer. Your love has made you well." He didn't say that. And he didn't say to the Roman centurion, "Wow, I haven't seen such great love in all of Israel." He said to the woman, "Woman, be of good cheer. Your faith has made you well." And to the Roman servant, he said to the Roman, he said, "I haven't seen such great faith in all of Israel." And he said, "Your servant has been made well." And faith is the most important aspect of my life from here on, Randy. And I felt this way for 40 years. Faith unlocks the secret to answered prayer. It's the combination that unlocks the power that comes from heaven, and it brings it down to earth. What is it? Well, it isn't love. Love is what's the most important thing, according to Paul. But if you want your prayers answered, you're going to need to learn what faith is and how it works.